So hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to our F1 2018 mod career mode. Here we are then, obviously with the Audi Red Bull team, and we're going to be heading into qualifying, but before we do that, let's do some R&D to the car. So you can see we've got this failed part here, we've got enough points to repair it, so we'll go and develop that upgrade. So that's a bit annoying, one of the parts worked and one of them didn't, so that's fairly annoying. So we've got 500 resource points, can't really do much with that. So what I'm going to do is, before we get into this, I'm going to check the wear, and I think the ICE needs upgrading. Yes it does, so we'll whack one of them on. Everything else seems to be okay for this race. I mean, I'll put a new what you call it, MGUK on it, so that should be fine for this race. So let's get into short qualifying then, and let's see how we get on. So we'll come to the end of this first qualifying lap then. Let's see how we get on. We're about 3/10 off of the pace of Hamilton, but we'll have to wait and see what it is across the line. It's gone down to half a second, so we're going to go for one more lap to see if we can whack in a decent lap time, and then see what we can do towards the end of this lap then. As you can see in the top right, we're about a 10th down, less than a 10th down now, but we're gaining on our previous lap time, so let's see if we can carry this momentum forward to the end. Coming around the final corner then, we're slightly slower than our previous lap time, but we're about the same, and we're gonna end up losing a couple of tenths or so. So that's gonna be it from us in qualifying. Pretty decent result. Let's see if we can hold this position to the end of the session. So if we return to the garage, how do we skip? How do we skip? Session info, accelerate time. So let's see. So as you can see, we did end up getting 5th place in the end. We're a couple of tenths off of our teammate, who was in 3rd place, but it's not too bad. A pretty good qualifying result, and we've got ourselves in a good position to challenge for a podium on race day. So here we are then for the race. Now, I need to say that I'm having a problem with my wheel at the minute, where it's giving it a bit of dead zone. I've gone in the settings and the Logitech profile as well, and there's no dead zone on. I think it's something to do with the wheel or maybe the game, so I'm going to have to reinstall the drivers. So if we have any sort of little mistakes from the wheel not turning, because it's only a slight dead zone, but it affects me more on the straight than through the corners, so the slight adjustments you have to make when you're on the straight to keep in a straight line, they're a bit difficult to make with the wheel this race, so hopefully we can get that fixed for the next one. So let's get into this race then, starting from where we're starting from 5th on the grid. So if we engage the clutch, and let's see if we can get a decent start here. Ooh, lots of wheel spin off of the line, lots of wheel spin off the line, and we've bogged right down at the start of this race here. We're gonna have to be careful coming to turn number 1. Well, we've got Van Dorn just ahead of us. So the McLaren Renault on this mod is a lot more powerful than it is in real life when we've got a run on Kimi Raikkonen and his Ferrari. We're on the outside. This is not the side we want to be on. See if we can brake. I will outbrake him into this next corner. Come on, around the outside. He's holding it off the inside, very aggressive from the Ferrari driver there. No, we can't go side by side through here again. No, we can't go. We're going to hold it around the outside, inside line for the next corner. Squeeze him out. There we go. Job done. What a start to the race that was. That was a fantastic little battle there. So just taking a replay of that, as you can see, side by side with Kimi Raikkonen. Hold it around the outside. Brilliant, brilliant racing at the start of this Bahrain Grand Prix. So we're in P6 now. We've had a little bit of a battle with Kimi Raikkonen at the start of this race. We've obviously got quite a far way to go in this race. Run up wide there, make a little bit of oversteer there. This car really struggling with the oversteer. Needs some more rear downforce on this car. Then that'll improve it a lot. So after that little mistake, we slided into 8th place. And we're under pressure from Roman Grosjean as well, so this isn't good. This is not what we need at the start of this race. After that, pretty poor start, loss of wheel spin, so we need to improve on the traction on this car. Hamilton's pulling away at the front. So we're in P8. A few mistakes at the start, which have cost us a few positions, so we've gone backwards down the order, but we can surely build on it throughout this race. And if we go for a bit of an undercut, we should be able to catch back up to the top 3 maybe, and get ourselves a top 5 position for this race here at Bahrain. So when are the pit stop stages? Come on, under pressure from Grosjean behind again. Pit stop stage is lap 5, so I'm probably going to pit on lap number 4, and that should take us to the end of the race then. So if we just keep it going, 1.2 is the gap to Perez. I mean, we can, oh my god, getting on the curb a little bit. We can start to look after the tyres a little bit. Well, actually, no, we want to use up all these tyres before lap 4. So if you have a look, 20%. We've got plenty of fuel as well, so we've got some rich mix that we can use. And we should be able to catch up to Perez then. So after a little bit unsettled first lap, we can now find a bit of a rhythm. We've got a bit of a gap to Grosjean behind, so let's keep building on this and see what we can do over the next few laps. So coming across the line to end lap number 3, start lap number 4, we're going to pit on this lap. We picked up the DRS on Sergio Perez, so we've been reeling in over the past few laps, so we can start to build on our pace, and we're starting to get a bit more race pace in this Audi car right now. As you can see, there's a bit of an overtake going on ahead of us. Who's this? Is that someone that's fallen back? Is that our teammate? I think it is. If we look on the bottom left, it's a yellow dot, which means it's our teammate. So it's Daniel Ricciardo. So either he's made a mistake or he's got a mechanical issue, which is costing him some time, because he's dropped right back. He was in the top 5. And we've set the fastest first sector. Obviously, we did have the DRS on Sergio Perez. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look to come in the pits, but I've run locked up there and run a bit deep, which isn't what we want. And we've got Roman Grosjean following us as well. He's been following us all the way. Get a lock up into this very tough corner. I couldn't get my words out then. But Roman Grosjean right on the back of us, and again we've got the DRS, and everyone seems to be holding each other up here. Bit of a weird one really, but again we're gonna come into the pits on this lap. I think it's about right. Maybe we can pick up a bit of an undercut, hopefully get ourselves some clear air, but that's all down to the luck of just the luck of anything really, the racing gods I guess you could say. And Roman Grosjean's got a run on us. This isn't good. We're a bit sluggish out of that corner compared to the AI. Can we hold it around the outside? Oh my god, he's locked up and he's squeezing us to the outside. That is so annoying from Roman Grosjean. He's caused us some damage, lost us some time, so I'm coming in the pits. I don't think the engineers are going to swap out my front wing. There's only a slight bit of damage. If we look at the front, it's still green, the front wing, but that's really annoying of Grosjean. Like, he just locked up and then slammed into us as we tried to go around the outside. When you go around the outside, you have a lot of trust on the driver on the inside, so that is really annoying. Cost us some time, but maybe this undercut will help us catch back up, so I'm really annoyed about that, to be honest. I'm going to be heading into the rich mix around this corner. We'll head into rich mix once we're at the pit safely. Getting a lot of wheel spin again, that's really annoying. Need to work on the rear downforce, which is what one of our upgrades is, I believe. So let's pump in some good lap times, see where we come out then after that last corner shenanigans with the Haas car. So as you can see, we've got some cars coming out of the pits ahead of us, and I'm not sure who it is. Looks to be a Haas car there. Is that Roman Grosjean? I will be annoyed if that's Roman Grosjean. He completely screwed us over into that final corner, he did, but we're going to find a way past the rocking up the inside. Should be nice and easy. There we go, job done. It's Hulkenberg ahead in the Renault, and I'm not sure who he's on the back of, but let's see what sort of lap times we can put in. We were down a little bit. Obviously we were trying to overtake Sorokin as well, so getting all over these curves is not good. And it's Stroll, it's not Haas car, ignore me, it's Stroll. So let's keep on pushing then, see if we can make our way past these guys ahead. They're getting a bit aggressive in these braking zones, aren't they? Swerving around a little bit there from the AI. We picked up the DRS as well. I've got plenty of rich mix to go, probably enough for another 2-3 laps of rich mix. So let's see, I think I'm going to get caught up here behind Stroll if we're not careful. Whack it into 4th gear. Let's see, we've got to find a way through. We're going to head straight up the inside there. He backs out of that one very sensibly. Our teammates in the pit, so let's see what we can do then. I can't remember where Hulkenberg was on the track compared to us. I think he might have been behind us, so we might have lost out to Nico Hulkenberg there in the Renault. So let's see as we come across. Well, we're going to come around the final corner and then we're going to come across the line and see where everyone is. A few people in the pit, so I think there's a Ferrari up ahead of us, so I don't think we lost too much time, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the tyre wear, so our teammates in the pit exit now. You can see in the mini-map in the bottom right, and there is Perez, so we're going to come out ahead of Perez then. As long as he doesn't come at the inside. Ooh, I thought I might come at the inside there, as he was at the pit exit. So we're in P10 right now. A few more cars ahead of us to pit, I believe, and we've just got to figure out where Roman Grosjean is in comparison to us, because he's who we were battling at the time. Before he locked up and stupidly pushed me out. Is that Haas car there? Is that him ahead of us? Oh, I really hope it isn't. Let's keep on pushing then. So we're coming around the final corner again, and we're a bit just under a second of Nico Hulkenberg just ahead of us. We set the fastest lap of the race there. We've got another few cars in the pit, so hopped up to P6. So the undercut seems to have worked despite, oh my god, a little bit of contact there with Hulkenberg. We nerfed him out the way a little bit, and that's really cost us both some time because I can't really overtake him if I've nerfed him out. But we've got a bit of a run on him here. We're going to go to the inside line. He's going to squeeze us. I don't trust the drivers around the outside. Oh, a bit of contact there. Again, I still don't trust the AI drivers around here at the minute. And we're up into P5 then, so I think that's going to have cost us a bit of time. Yeah, half a second it's cost us. 1.7 to Kimi Raikkonen. So can we close down the gap? He was getting into a bit of a battle with Lewis Hamilton here at Bahrain, so maybe they'll get into a bit of a battle and we can maybe, just maybe, nick 4th place off one of them. But we're into the top 5. I'm not sure where the podium runners are at the minute, but I'll have to wait and see. I mean, oh, there they are on the minimap. You can see they're just ahead of us, so that we're going to be able to get up to podium. And the only podium position we could get is Lewis Hamilton's position right now. He's currently in 3rd place, but as you can see from the times, you can see Raikkonen's pulled out half a second through there, so it's cost us a lot of time, that little battle with Nico Hulkenberg, and now he's right on the back of us again. I'm going to save this rich mix a bit, so let's see. He's going to come up the inside here. No, he isn't. Thought he was going to come up the inside there at the final corner, but he isn't going to. So now it's about, obviously we've used the undercut, so it's about if we can keep our tyres to the end. We're going to go defensive up the inside. He's in the slipstream, he's following us. He's going to go around the outside. I don't want to be on the outside into this first corner, not a chance. He's going to try and hold it, but we just about defend from him. And let's see if we can pull out over the course of this lap then. He's all over the back of us again. I'm going to go to the inside. Can't be having him overtaking us, so we might struggle. I found it a lot easier when we were hunting him down, but we've got Perez involved now, so right now we've got a bit of breathing space. I'm going to keep on pushing and see if we can bring this Audi home. So again, we've got Nico Hulkenberg coming at us. We're going to go defensive into turn number 1. It could be a case for the rest of this race of trying to hold on to this 5th place. Obviously we did pit early for the undercut, and it's going to cost us towards the end because our tyres are about 2 laps older than the guys behind, and Hulkenberg's got caught up in a battle with Perez there. And what's the gap as we come through the end of sector 1 to Lewis Hamilton? Let's just see what the gap is and see if we can get a bit of a wiggle on and maybe catch up to him, because he's been overtaken by Kimi Raikkonen. 3.3. Let's see what the gap is then over the next few laps, see if we're able to reel him in a little bit, because he's lost out to Kimi Raikkonen. It's coming around to end lap number 12, start lap number 13. We're going to have 2 laps left in this race, and as you can see, I'm using a little bit of rich mix for the last 2 laps. We're going to have to go defensive from Nico Hulkenberg. He's going to come and try around the outside, which isn't really going to work. But we go deep, this ain't good. He's going to be there up the inside. Come on, side by side through here, hold it, try to spin up the rears, use the rich mix as well. And now we're on the outside, and Perez is going to make it 3 wide. We need to brake as late as possible around here. Currently end of this straight, and we slot back into 5th place. So coming under pressure from the guys behind. So we're going to keep on pushing, use this rich mix, and hopefully we'll be able to bring this Audi Red Bull home for a 5th place. A bit of a damage limitation race as well. We shifted down 1 too many gears. That's why we braked so early. This isn't good. We shifted it down way too many gears there. We're in 2nd gear. We should have been in 3rd gear. It's a bit of a mistake from myself there as Hulkenberg. I don't know what he's trying to do around the outside. He ain't going to be able to hold it around the outside. And he's just now, all this battling has allowed the 6 or so cars behind to catch up to us. So I'm going to keep on pushing and hopefully use this rich mix to escape the grasp of these guys behind there. Hopefully they'll get into a bit of a battle. Our teammates there as well. There's one of the McLarens there, and there's 2 Force Indias, so we've got to really watch out for these. So let's keep on pushing and see if we can bring this home. We've only got 1 more lap to go. So we're coming to the end of lap number 14. I mean, if we take a look at the tyres have really have seen better days, to be honest. No wonder we've been struggling over the past few laps in particular. I mean, I've got a little bit of rich mix I can use, hopefully to defend onto this straight. And we got a decent exit out of there, so it's all about keeping it through the final corner, keep the final corner tidy, and we should be able to bring it home. We shouldn't run out of fuel, we should be able to keep it in rich mix until the end. So let's see if we can do just that. Come on, we can do it. Yeah, I don't think Hulkenberg's got a chance at getting us here. So we come home in 5th place, a very, very decent result for us, considering we struggled a little bit at the start. And obviously we did the second half of the race with damage to our front wing, only slight damage but enough to make a difference. I was feeling a bit of understeer through some of the high speed corners, so a decent result in the end. And let's see where that lines us up in the championship then. So obviously you got the 2 Ferraris and Bottas took the win. So you see 5th place, our teammate down in 8th place. So as you can see then, we are in 5th in the Drivers' Championship. We're level with our teammate, Daniel Ricciardo. We got the 2 Ferraris ahead, Bottas, and we got Lewis Hamilton down in 7th place. So that's not good for him. Taking a look at the Constructors then. We're in 3rd, which is expected at the minute, but hopefully we can develop this car into a decent car. So if you did enjoy this episode, remember to give it a like, comment, and subscribe for more, and we will see you in the next episode, which will probably be next week, because I plan to make this series weekly, so we'll see you then.